Cowboys Nation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's actually a special episode of Starchasers. Welcome me. Of course, you know Craven Cowboys. It's your girl Mickey, my girl Star down below. Of course, we got two special guests tonight in the building. Sports Junkie to my left and Cole's Cowboy down in the corner. We'll just go ahead, say your names, inform everybody your platforms, and just starting with stars, everybody name off your platforms and let everybody know where they can find you.
I'm Sports Junkie, you know what I mean? YouTube channel. Oh, I thought you was. Go ahead, you good?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Sports Junkie.
Sports Junkie. I'm just on YouTube as Sports Junkie.
Cole, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's good. Your boy Cole's Cowboys. You can catch me on Twitter, Cole's Cowboys, same as YouTube.
What's up, guys? Y'all know it's your girl Star. I have all my social media there to the right of the screen. Please make sure y'all, are subscribing to me on YouTube. I finally cracked that 100 subscribers code. So shout out to y'all for subscribing to me. I think I've been going live since April. So we're trying to make this thing, appreciate that, guys. Trying to make this thing go. But y'all can follow me on all social media. Like Mickey said, please be sure to like the video on all of our channels. The more y'all like the video, the more it tells the YouTube algorithm to put it out for more people to view this content. Please donate to our channels, which is, you can't see mine because Mickey got our special banner down there, but my Cash App is $StarGazerSports, just like it, it's spelled for my YouTube name and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, we're ready to get this show rocking on a Friday night, giving y'all a special treat. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Yeah, like she just said, I know we hitting y'all with a different day of the week, but that's why we had to bring two special guests through, just kind of give our perspective. Of course, we just kind of wiped out, the L we took last week, and we just kind of looking forward to the game we got coming up. Of course, before we hit a bye week, so we just kind of trying to crack one more dub before going to into the bye week, just kind of give our guy just a little bit more momentum before we come back out against the Rams. So, like I said, of course, we're going into a team that we kind of know. We faced them, I think, a couple of years ago. I think week 1 or week 2, I believe, and I think we beat them, and pretty well. I think, I think we played pretty well against them. It's kind of when Terrence Steele kind of got his early start in the NFL, and kind of had a rough start, but as it seems like with a lot of our O linemen, it is kind of I don't want to say throw him out there, but just kind of throw him out there and see what he can do. And he actually did pretty good. We saw him just kind of become like a mauler, really, as far as a run blocker. So it's good to kind of see, kind of where he's come from, and we're see, he's kind of having a rough year, a rough season so far, just for the start. But hopefully he can kind of get his feet back underneath them and just kind of get going again. I'm just welcome to all the guys in the chat. Jameson Taylor, I was first in the building. Welcome, fan. Good to see you. Kelvin Hicks came through. Of course, Tavis. We got Brady Red in the building as well. Just welcome everybody, like I said, on the Friday night. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully off work by now, chilling, ready for the weekend. And we're going like Star said, we're going to go ahead and get the show started. And like you guys saw in the thumbnail, hopefully we'll be able to. Actually, I kind of have the quotes here. Actually, hopefully we're looking to bounce forward. I kind of heard this quote, Patrick T. Walker. He came through on Skywalker Steel show this week. He comes through on Thursdays if you guys are familiar with the show. And Skywalker Steel kind of just shot him the question of, how do you think the guys can kind of, or actually his question was, how do you think, what side of the ball needs to bounce back the most? And it's just kind of give a condensed answer. Patrick's answer is that the defense needs to bounce back because they've been kind of at a steady pace and they've been doing well. And it's been, of course, we know with the Cardinals game and this past game, it's been just kind of off and just been kind of, just kind of on a funky tone. It's like they've just been kind of weird a little bit. But his side as far as the offense needs to bounce forward because they, have been kind of stagnant. They really haven't been shown a lot. So I think this is a good opportunity for them to bounce forward. What you guys thought on that? We'll start with you, Star. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, for sure. That's interesting. He said bounce forward. I definitely think, and I don't want to get things misconstrued. So as far as our offense, I know there's been a lot. Obviously, I had angry tweets toward Mike. Everybody had angry tweets toward Mike. Now we got the stat nerds, a lot of the stat nerds content content creators, I mean, they was waiting for this moment. They was waiting for this moment because they couldn't say nothing, get through games 1 through, 4, really, besides, the little Cardinals mix up. But they couldn't go in too hard because we were moving the ball. We were just having mental blunders there in the red zone. But woo! Once we really stunk it up, now, this is the worst offense ever. If we keep this offense, Dak, we need to get rid of Dak. They're just coming out of the woodworks. Like, there's no way possible this offense can work. And guys, that would be true if we weren't number 1 in the league moving the ball between the two.
Right.
We can't sit up here. I know we stunk it up against the 49ers, but we can't sit up here and act like the offense that Mike has constructed is the worst offense ever. Right? So obviously they had said that Jerry said they literally looked at what they did last year and really just decided to kind of, I guess, tweak and build on it a little bit. I don't know why Dan chose to do that because he knows he's facing an offensive wizard and Kyle Shanahan. Yeah. And then Mike, you knew last year we couldn't move the ball. And during that shotgun type of stuff and we hadn't done that all season. We've been an under center team. We've been number 2 in the league in play action. Then all of a sudden Mike comes out, we in shotgun. Why? We couldn't move the ball last year. Guess what? It was a bunch of 3 and outs. And that's exactly what it became, a bunch of 3 and outs. So I think for the offense, I do like that, bounce forward, but let's not just act like the offense has been garbage because it hasn't been garbage. Obviously Dak still has the highest passer rating this year against that Jets defense, which is a top 5 defense.
Exactly.
So I understand, but we gotta pipe it down, and y'all gotta know, like, it would make no sense for them to say we just gonna scrap everything. Now there are things that need to be changed, but you can't just say everything that they've been working for before training camp, just flush it all down the toilet. Like, that don't even really make sense. And then for the defense, I just put on Twitter, I said, listen, I'm more afraid of the defense versus this Kellen Moore offense than I am versus the Chargers defense versus our offense. Because our defense, which is supposed to be our strength of the team, has been the ones kind of letting us down. Because if there's a unit that should be cohesive, it is the defense. Right. And so I'm worried about big play. I'm worried that Kellen going to try to bring it out of woodworks. I don't know if he goes up and decide I'm just going to run down y'all throat because I know y'all have a hard time running the ball. So I'm more, believe it or not, I'm more concerned about this defense than I am concerned about the offense. But, that's my opinion. But Cole and Sports Junkie, y'all can let us know your thoughts on that for sure.
Yeah.
You can go, Sports Junkie.
All right, as far as me, I'm like Star. I really not too concerned about the offense. I be concerned about the team as a whole because it seems like when we play, our offense will have a good game maybe one day, but our defense is a letdown. You know what I mean? Or I think we complement each other, so we have to put the whole thing together, and I think we'll be okay. You know what I mean? Because just like in the last game with the 49ers, I don't think that it was that bad. If you wake up and look at the score, you'll think we just got blew out, and we did get blew out. You know what I mean? But the defense held up. If you watch the game, the defense held up like 4 drives. They scored the first drive, right? Then the offense got the ball. They went 3 and out. They put the defense back on the field. They held up. The offense got the ball, went 3 and out. They put the defense back on the field. You see what I'm saying? So I think we just got to put the whole thing together, and we'll be good. You know what I mean? And as far as Kellen Moore go, I think it's gonna be a ego thing. You know what I mean? Because we all human. You know what I mean? Don't nobody like to get let go. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's be real. So the human aspect is gonna kick in, and Kellen Moore is gonna try to put up points. You know what I mean? And then that might be to our advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to put up points and prove your individual stuff when we're just trying to win a game. You know what I'm saying? So if that plays in our favor, I'm all good with it. You know what I mean? Because
I like that point. I like that point a lot. Yeah, that's true.
I'm one of the people. I just want to win the game. I don't care if it's by 2, 3, defense, offense. I just want to win the game. You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it. I mean, but we do need to improve some things on offense because I don't know about you guys, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when those guys was telling us they knew the play we were getting ready to run, and you know what I mean? That's kind of like a shot.
It sounded familiar, right? It sounded familiar, right?
Yeah, it was. And I did a video and I called it like a Pop Warner offense. You know what I mean? There's no, it's no movement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we need to get like I don't blame Mike McCarthy for everything. I think he's trying, but I think what he needs to do is times has changed. You know what I mean? Like it's a new era. You know what I mean? You need to get into this era. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the top offenses around the league, a lot of them have a lot of motion, a lot of dressing, a lot of, you know what I mean? And then I've seen some of our receivers were getting like bumped off the line. So we need to put them in motion to create free lanes off the line. You know what I mean? So I think we just need to tweak a few things and we good.
Yep.
Yeah, my takeaway from the game is, you're right, Sports Junkie. When I watched that game live, I was like, the defense stunk it up in the first series, but it was situations when the defense actually, got their 3 and outs, did their job. Then I asked for the offense to do is extend plays, give the defense time to rest up. The defense was tired as hell. They was tired. They was very tired, and they had to go right back out. I remember when they went through that hard, long drive going all the way down the field. They almost the 49ers almost scored. Then Jordan Lewis went on ahead and got the fumble. That was a big victory. Then Tony Pollard go right back out there.
And fumble the ball,
Right, exactly.
It was the most amazing. Like, I sat there and I said, the way the fumble was going, you would think it went out of bounds. That thing
I don't mean to cut you off, Cole, but you know what's funny about that? Because being at the game, they usually showed the replay. They never showed when he actually got the ball before going. At least at that time, they never showed him actually getting the ball before going out of bounds. So we're all like, it went out of bounds. It went out of bounds. They never actually showed him recovering the ball. So we're like, we all thought it was questionable at that point.
That jump had me. It had me laughing. But all in a nutshell, the thing that aggravated me the most, and hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Dak Prescott, my guy, always gonna be my guy. I went to Mississippi State. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot for my school. But it was situations in that game when I'm like, you can't run for 2 yards. Like, I'm afraid that he has a little PTSD when it comes to running the ball. And you got to extend plays. We see a lot of other quarterbacks do that. Last night, I was watching how Patrick Mahomes was out there extending plays, using his legs to get first downs. You see a little bit from that. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That aggravates a defense. He's able to do that and keep the clock rolling. See, the only reason we have to do is control time possession in this game. That would have been the greatest way to beat the 49ers. And I feel like, hey, you gotta step up, and I'm gonna be a biggest critic for that because that's my guy. I'm his biggest supporter, but I'm gonna hold him accountable and stuff like that. Other than that, CeeDee Lamb, you gotta do your job too. Mike McCarthy, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't kick Kellen Moore out the building. We need you to step up too. So,
I'm gonna need something different from McCarthy. I agree with you on that one.
I mean, it's very fixable. This is a good bounce back game for us for the Chargers. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. 100%. As Cole said, I call myself a Dak apologist, but for sure that was not. I said it was Dak's worst game in his career. I said Dak looked some of those YOLO throws look very Carson Wentz-ish. But I will say this morning I watched former QB Chase Daniels breakdown of the game. And it kind of made me change my opinion on was Dak scared, because you remember they asked Schottenheimer, they said, do you think Dak was pressing? And Shotty was like, no, I don't think
and he said it like it was nothing.
He's like, talk to him. He's like, I don't think, he's like, he did not seem like a quarterback that was pressing. And then when I saw Chase Daniels. When I saw Chase Daniels breakdown, he was like, Dak is down 10-38, and he's still firing. He's still trying to make plays. He's still trying to get the ball in there. And, he's playing the different concepts. The CD drop, Michael Gallup not catching the ball. So I don't think it was necessarily that Dak was scared. I do think that their game plan that they rolled out was just not smart. And I think that we got what's the word? We stopped running the ball, and I really think that's why we wasn't able to really get into a rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Because this morning I went through and I said, okay, let me go look at the best quarterback versus this defense and Patrick Mahomes. I went and looked at when the 49ers when the Chiefs beat the 49ers last year. And you look at the box score, it's a blowout, right? So I said, okay, let me go see it. Like, was Patrick Mahomes just Herculean and stuff? And, like, what was going on? Because we all know he lost Tyreek Hill that year. He's dealing with basically wide receiver by committee. Of course, he has Kelsey, which is a huge plus because that is a Hall of Famer tight end that he's played with since the beginning of his career. But still, I wanted to see how is they able to do this? And so when I watched the game, I'm like, it wasn't like Patrick Mahomes was not. Now you look at the score, you say, "Oh, he had 3 touchdowns, one pick." Patrick Mahomes was struggling in that game. Now, granted, there were still some alien throws that we know only Patrick Mahomes can throw certain throws. Like we know even there's quarterbacks with great arm strength, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. They still can't throw the ball like Patrick Mahomes. We know that's why he's the best. Clearly, like he's the pinnacle. But I'm like, Patrick Mahomes was struggling in this game, but it really came down to scheme. There was a lot of times they was like 3rd and 20. But here you go. Eric Bieniemy, Andy Reid. Oh, we're about to call a screenplay right here. Pacheco picks up 30 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you against this 49ers defense, you have to be able to scheme it up, guys. It's not like this is and Patrick Mahomes, you think he's a like Cole said, he's a guy, he can go get you 2 yards. Patrick Mahomes wouldn't do it. No, I'm going to get 2 yards because them linebackers are too damn fast.
Yeah, they're
right.
Fred wonderful.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
You know how you just said right now, Star, about Dak Prescott. I seen something on TV yesterday. It was kind of interesting. They said they asked the question if you had Patrick Mahomes, some of these other elite quarterbacks, does Mike McCarthy call the same game plan? Like, does he call the same plays he does now for Dak? And I thought about it, and I don't think he would. So I think they're handicapping Dak a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think they're not allowing Dak to read and go to the open man. I'm thinking it's more so like, hey, this play go to CD, look for him, he's gonna do a 5 and hit the CD instead of letting him read the offense and go where. And then that's how he get into these situations where he's in his mind, okay, I'm supposed to go there. You know what I mean? And she's not able to.
I was listening to this collab that actually yesterday that I think it was Botch and Rome did yesterday. They did a video yesterday that came out.
Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they were actually talking about that a little bit about how that they're kind of they kind of said the same thing that you really just said, Sports Sunday, that they're kind of handcuffing Dak because they're kind of trying to make up. I mean, I don't know if they know for sure. I'm just going. This is just me kind of just summarizing what they said, that they're kind of going off what happened last year, that a lot of his picks came across the middle. So they're just trying to limit those mistakes that he made by throwing across. Because we noticed early in the season, I think a couple of weeks ago, they were only throwing across the middle 19%. So we can see that they've definitely adjusted the game plan. Like you just said, they kind of adjusted around Dak, but at the same time, they're kind of limiting his game.
Yeah, but they're what they're doing is they're listening to the outside public, and then instead of watching the game themselves. Yes, Dak threw a lot of interceptions last year, but you should take that year and throw it away and keep the same offensive game plan. A lot of those interceptions hit the receiver in the hand. I've seen the games. You know what I'm saying? All those interceptions wasn't Dak's fault. A lot of those interceptions he threw, it hit the receiver right in the hands. He fumbled it, and it went the other way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't look at all these 15, 16 interceptions that they talk about. Yes, the quarterback get that interception, but put it in context. You know what I mean?
Right.
How did it happen? You know what I'm saying? So I would let Dak be Dak, man. You know what I mean? Instead of handicapping him.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all believe that the talk for the interceptions, the media, do you think that that's in both Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott's head? Because when Dak threw that pick in that game, he was smiling, and I already knew what he was thinking. He was like, "Man, these folks about to talk about this interception." It was in his face, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, I'll say that's in their head, but I would say it's more so in my. I mean, just kind of go listen to the video yesterday. I think it's more so in the coach's head than Dak. Yep. We still saw Dak lobbying him up in the game, like it was like Star was late in the game. He was still trying to make plays, so I think it's more in the coach's head.
It's
and I think Dak is like.
That's Dak's a good teammate, man, because
Yeah.
some of those Dak doesn't be the one to show his players up. But I know what Dak was thinking when he threw that interception. He was like, "Man, bro, you're not gonna at least fight for the ball." You know what I mean? Because some of the interceptions, like, you're gonna at least gonna try to fight for the ball. Now he's not gonna get on TV and say that. You know what I mean? But that's what he's thinking. And why you want me to throw it deep to you, bro, if I know you're not gonna even try to fight for the ball? Because sometimes quarterbacks just throw it. They have confidence.
It was over his head, though. It was over Cook's head. It was well over Cook's head.
No, not that one. Not that one. I'm talking about what I'm saying is, you know how sometimes quarterbacks just throw it deep and they have confidence in their player to go get the ball, right? Like if I'm gonna throw it out there, I got confidence you're just gonna go get it. Like Dez Bryant, they used to throw the ball up to him. That wasn't to Dez. He just go up and get it. But if I can't even trust you to do that, bro, I throw you a 5 and out or in route or post, and it's the ball is there. And you don't even fight to get it, bro. What makes me have the confidence to want to throw it to you? Like, so if you're not open, I just won't throw it. You know what I mean? Because they say Dak need to throw his receiver. That's what you hear now, right? Dak need to throw his receivers open. Well, how do I throw my receiver open, bro, if I know my receiver not going to even go get it? You know what I mean? Like,
I think our players suffer as well with bouncing off what you're talking about, Sports Junkie. I talked about that. I think you and I talked about that, Mickey, on Wednesday, about how when you see other teams like with their elite wide receivers, right? The quarterback doesn't have to be perfect. You look at Kirk Cousins. We done seen Kirk Cousins. How many times we done seen him throw some high passes, low passes, but Justin Jefferson goes and gets the ball.
Right. I mean, even Adams has a Garoppolo over there, and he going up and catching the balls.
Stephon Diggs, like, you have to help your quarterback out. Also, with that interception, like, fight or bat the ball down. You just always, anytime there's a batted ball up, you always just see our wide receivers just look at the defender like,
right.
Are y'all gonna try to help the quarterback out at all? Like, that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, it's one thing where, like, and that's why Dak's errors get amplified,
right?
Because when he's throwing it perfect, they don't catch it, so that's not in his stat line, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's counted as an incompletion. You don't see that on the box score drop. You see incompletion, right? Okay, and then when I don't throw it as accurately, or maybe it should have been a little bit ahead of them, or maybe it should have been a little bit lower, or maybe this or maybe that, then it's like, this is the type of stuff, like, every mistake that Dak makes is amplified more than any of the other quarterbacks. Everything is just thrown in, because it's like our wide receivers, and you say this is his excuses, but Dak has not had the same wide. I think CD is probably the longest tenured wide receiver that he's had. And then you think about him and CD, remember last year when Mike McCarthy was like, that beeline post, that's like one of Dak and CD's favorite connections. We've completely eliminated post routes, seam routes. We've eliminated all of that stuff. So it's just like the connection, that a special thing that they have built up over these years. It's like now you're eliminating it, like y'all said, tying Dak's arm behind his back because you're too worried about interceptions. And at some point, you got to say, damn that. When you have a quarterback that obviously has the ability, has the arm, has the mental ability to read the field, like, you don't have to do him like a Jalen Hurts. No offense to Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts obviously the MVP conversation last year, went to the Super Bowl, so no one's knocking Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that's predicated on RPO, 1 or 2 reads, take off. You don't have to do that to Dak Prescott, because he's elevated his game as a passer to a different level. Right. So I would really like to see in this Chargers game, it's like, Mike, release the strains a little bit. Like I'm not saying put most of your route to the middle, but honestly, your quarterback is one of the best deep ball passers in the middle in the league. So why would you say I'm gonna completely take that away from your game? That just makes sense.
I think McCarthy needs to elevate his play call. We always talk about. I think we talk about on one of our shows, Star, about how it's kind of really getting down to the details. We start playing these kind of upper echelon teams like 49ers. I mean, the Chargers aren't up there with the 49ers, but they're a decent team. And even the hard teams we're going to face down the line, Miami, Buffalo. When you start playing these tough play all teams. You got to up your play calling, up your game. Like we're talking about Schoonmaker versus going to Ferguson for a high point ball. You got to know that Ferguson has more experience. I mean, we even saw in preseason Ferguson going for a high point ball, but you're Schoonmaker on two separate plays. One last week, a touchdown that he missed, and then this one, the first
play of the game. You're absolutely right. That's another thing. Yeah. It's like, I think because when you go back and rewatch it, the ball was high. Nobody's denying it. The ball was high, but the ball hit Shoemaker's hands, so it was a catchable ball. And I think Ferg goes up and gets that ball. We saw him do it last year. Ferg leads up and gets that ball.
Right.
Chelsea goes up and gets that ball. Like, at some point, you can't just, your quarterback is not because of pressure, sometimes just because I'm amped. Your quarterback is not going to be perfect every throw. Right. At some point, you got to be able to go and get the ball and help him out.
Right. Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's will. You just got to have will.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you gotta have will. A lot of it's will.
Yeah, exactly what Sports on. You gotta have will. But I wanted to show. Can I share my screen real fast?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I think I can. Hold on, let me see. Because Cole said something. He's like, "Hey, the defense was tired. They was on the field." I was like, "Let's go look." Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. Well, I saw it.
I can't.
Okay, hold on. Mickey, you can't see it.
I can't either.
I don't know why.
It's gone now.
It went away. Hold on, maybe it's like right here, but I don't know how to get it to where y'all can see it.
Do you have a where it says present and then share screen?
Yeah, that's what I did. It says I'm sharing my screen, but it's not. Oh, maybe it's this. Can y'all see it now? No,
I don't see
okay, whatever. Well, anyway, I was looking up the 2000 Ravens because, obviously that's a historic defense, right? Yeah. And I wanted to see, like, what was the 2000 Ravens, like, how bad or good was their offense? And because I wanted to see, like, close, like, the defense was tired. And this is what I'm saying, like, maybe our defense is, I said it. Their stats compared to the Baltimore Ravens, the 2000 Ravens, and stuff like that. And so when you're talking about I want to lean on my defense, this is a defense where the offense had to lean on them. Because only one time, let me see, 3 times did they score over 30 points. And they had a lot of games where it was like the offense only scored 16. Offense only scored 12, 15. Wow. 13, 24.
Wow, yeah.
And
we gotta step up.
1, 2, 3, 4 times that year, 4 times that defense held offenses to 0 points. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, 7 or 8 times they held them to 10 or less.
Wow.
And so I'm saying
we were doing that the first 2 games.
Yeah, they were doing it the first 2 games, but then we see the complete reverse, right? Versus Cardinals versus the 49ers. Yeah. And so what I'm saying is this defense, now can they prove us wrong? Yes, they can prove us wrong. They still have more to go. But right now, it's not looking like this is a team that can completely lean on the defense. I think it's more like what Sports Junkie said, that in order for us to really win games consistently, we've got to play a complete game. But to say that we just going to lean on our defense, I don't really know if that's them. And you also have to know the Baltimore Ravens, you got Hall of Famers on it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think we also got to put our offense a little bit more focused. I know Mike said that scoring points is at the top. But I'm like, I think it's got to be a little bit higher because we can't necessarily count on our defense that they're going to keep a team to 0 points, 10 points. I mean, I just don't think that that's feasible. I mean, and we're playing some high-flying offenses coming up, so I don't know about it.
I think the defense. I think the defense has the talent to be one of those all great defenses, but they don't have that dog. And I don't know if you guys seen that interview Deion Sanders did the other day. He's like, you gotta have a lot of dog in you, man. You gotta just go get it, man. Stop all the. You guys are listening to the public too much, and you're talking about what you're gonna do and naming your defenses. Most teams, the public names the defense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
agree.
Like you just gotta go get it. You know what I mean? You guys got all these, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if you ever it's kind of a little bit different, but Michael Jordan, everybody called him the GOAT. He didn't name himself that. The public says he's the GOAT. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you guys are taking these names and y'all calling y'all this year, like next year's this, bro. Just because I honestly don't feel like the 49ers were that much talented. They just wanted it more. They punked us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we thought we were gonna go out there and be finesse, and these dudes wasn't playing. They just wasn't playing with us. And I agree with that. As talent, we have a lot of talent. You know what I mean? And then sometimes your defense just got to step up. Because I seen an interview. I told you this, CravinCowboy, weeks ago. I seen an interview in the Baltimore Ravens. They used to tell Shannon Sharp, "Hey man, just get us 10 points. We're gonna win the game." Yeah. That's the mentality they had. They're not scoring. If you guys score 10,
they already knew who they were.
Because that's the mentality. These dudes just be talking.
They could have said it better by themselves. They just be talking, bro. But, I mean, it's true because when the rubber meets the road, and Michael said, you know, we don't care about. When he went on the pivot, he said we don't care about the offense. We need to be holding teams. It was like it's all talk because when y'all getting on the field,
it's not right. It's not showing. It's not translating.
Right. When you're playing either a competent OC or a very talented offense, you just sit there and fell apart.
Yeah.
And then you have Michael. Oh, I don't know what they supposed to be doing.
Right.
I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if Micah blocked me or he's just not saying nothing right now, but he just needs to be quiet, man. Because
I wish he would. I wish all these boys hop off social media, honestly. Like, I just wish it was like something during
I've been going at that dude all week. I'm like, bro, just be quiet, man. Stop talking because everything you say right now
is just bad. It's just bad.
Yeah.
It's going from worse to worse. It's like, what is going on, Mike? Yeah. Like, come on.
Like, you didn't take this game personal? Like, come on, man.
I think him and CD, and Dak said it about CD. He said, listen, like, I understand why CD was frustrated, but he was like, CD's young, right? He's still trying to mature into who he is. And when CD said, when he talked to Dak, he was like, Dak told me, like, if you have something to say, come up and say it in the game. Basically, Dak saying, stop dating. Like, if you that man, I'm not giving you the ball, come right.
But you know what? Dak should have came to him during the game. They should have got that done right then and there as a leader.
I agree with what Dak said. CD should have came because I'm like, instead of acting out on the field, just go to Dak. Look, I was open 2 times in a row. Come to me one more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of throwing your arms up, like, that just brings the wrong kind of attention.
Like, man to man. Like, this is football, bro. We got to be man to man. You can't be counting on the sideline.
Right.
Like, you're not a child, CD. It's like, I'm sorry.
Right.
And you see other number one receiver. You see Stephon Diggs getting that Josh Allen saying, throw me the ball. You see with Justin Jefferson not getting his targets. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other number one's not afraid to tell the quarterback to give him the ball. Yeah. So, like, you say you're number one, go up to Dak.
It's the mentality, Go ahead.
The mentality is different. Do you remember? Have you ever seen Michael Irvin talk? He used to always say, "I'm always open." Do you think Michael Irvin would have been over there pouting, or he'd have been over there telling Troy Irvin, "Hey man, I'm open, man." Even if he wasn't open, he wasn't open. Great receivers think they're always open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. You gotta have that.
They want the ball. They go over there, and I ain't saying. Yeah.
It's a mindset.
Yeah, I ain't saying go over there and show your quarterback up like an Aaron Rodgers or something like that. I mean, just go tell him, hey, bro, check this out. I was open. This next drive, give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? Just let you know. Just like I think it was Smith and Hurts got it. Smith and Hurts got into it on the sideline. That next drive, they was going right to him. Just let him know, bro. I need the ball. You know what I'm saying? Our offense is predicated on me and my production, my yak, my car. You know what I mean? So I need the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This next play, you need to be looking for me, man. I'm gonna go get it. But then that you have to go get it for him. If he put it out there, you need to go. And if you can't get it, make sure the defender don't get it.
Right. Like,
you know what I mean?
I said it. Y'all listen to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks had a good interview, and he was like, "Listen, I did that same stuff when I was young." He said, "But the reason he said it messes you up because when you do get the ball, then you're not catching it because you're so focused on." I wasn't getting the ball all these plays. Prime example. Right before that pick to Michael Gallup, Dak threw it to CD. His CD right and CD dropped the ball.
Yep.
Because you count. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm giving you have to, as a wide receiver, you just got to stay ready, bro. You gotta stay ready.
Period.
You gotta stay ready. You can't be sitting over there. Oh, he didn't give me the ball this play. I was open here. I was open there. It's like, CD, like, you're an adult. Like, you're an adult. This is the National Football League.
Yeah.
You're on your fifth year, buddy. Like, come on now. Anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sports Junkie. Oh, did you have some Sports Junkie?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say in situations like that, where's the veteran leadership? Like who can you say on our team is the veteran leader? I don't, because I think he's still immature a little bit. He's still young. I'm talking about somebody on the team that the players respect, that can go to him, offense or defense, that can go to CD and be like, look, come on, we got this. Like let's you know what I mean? Get your head in the game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see that right now. You know what I mean? Like a person that they you know what I mean? Like we need veteran leadership.
Yep. We need our leaders to be more vocal on the field.
Zach Martin.
Yes. Yes.
That's a good choice. Yes. I like that choice.
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all remember the game last year, the Texans game, right? Where we thought for sure we was gonna lose. Dak threw that pick right at the goal line. We said, "Oh yeah, we for sure out of this." But then Dak went to really look every single one of 9. He said, "We're gonna win this game." We need that type of. We need. We know they can do, but you gotta do that when, especially against that team. Dak should have kept telling them. I think Dak wanted to win that game so bad, like he was in his own head. Because usually Dak is like, you're able to go to the guys like, hey, he talks to the guys when he's in the huddle. He tells them, he daps them up, tells them, calm down. This is what
you see those sounds on the sideline. You see it quite often when he's going around talking to the guys.
Right, going around talking. Hey, get up. It's okay. Focus in. But it's like nobody during that beatdown versus the 49ers. I think the players were just in disbelief. I mean, Dak said he didn't see it coming. I'm guessing the rest of them didn't see it coming. Like they just didn't know what the hell was going on. Like they just sitting there, like.
Right. Yeah. I have a question for you guys. Do you think the defense has lost confidence in the offense? Like, do you think the defense think if we get the ball back, all right, we're gonna win this game? Like we're down 3 or 4. Do the defense believe if we get them the ball back, we win the game? Or have the defense lost confidence in our offense? Do you think that might be something, or you don't? What do you guys think about that?
If I can go ahead and say, I don't think so. I think each unit has their own issue that they can resolve with themselves first before they can look at the other unit and say,
exactly,
y'all ain't doing this, y'all ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because both I mean, really all 3 phases, really special teams as well. They haven't, because we saw last game, we really didn't get that great a field position. So really all 3 phases of the ball, you know what I'm saying? So I think all 3 phases have their own kind of issue they got to resolve, because even, we saw Bones talking about losing Goodwin is going to be, a severe loss for us. So they got to figure out how to put that back together. You know what I'm saying? So I think each unit has their own kind of issue they got to resolve right now before they can start. I'm not going to
point.
Yeah,
I point fingers.
Start blaming each other.
No, I don't mean point fingers. I mean like subconsciously. Like I don't think they're pointing fingers like, our offenses can't do it. I mean like subconsciously. Do you believe that they believe like they lost faith in our offense? Because I don't see the same spunk like the first game we played. I don't see that same get up on the defense now as the first game.
I think that was just a bad game. For all 3 units. I think it's like by half. I mean, we saw. We saw looking at the game that by halftime. I mean, they just looked defeated coming out the second half. I just think it was the game as a whole. I think it just kind of knocked the guys down the peg a little bit. What you think?
Yeah, I think the same thing. And I will say this with the defense. If y'all truly, that shouldn't be happening subconsciously, because if your leader, Michael Parsons, literally said, like, the offense shouldn't have to score no points and we should still be able to win the game. Like, that's what y'all said. DeMarcus Lawrence said, we the best defense in the world. So, no, it shouldn't be in their subconscious. If it is, it shouldn't be in their subconscious, because y'all said y'all the best. Y'all said y'all are this historic defense.
Yep.
Michael Parsons after the game said he don't even feel like they got beat. He feel like Dan Quinn just didn't set them up for success. Like, so if y'all are saying all of these things, and again, I feel like you could have that mindset if, hey, multiple games we done held teams under 10 points and the offense can't score. Then I can see that type of subconscious seeping in. Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, like, we're doing our damn job, but y'all can't score y'all can't score 10 points.
Right.
Like, our average on offense is 27, 28 points. So is it as high as it was last year? No, we was at 35. But still, like, we're still able, 27, 28 points. I mean, that's enough. You should be able to win most football games if you're scoring four touchdowns, you know? Yeah. So I think ultimately, I think everybody gave up. I think everybody this last game. They didn't even give up in the Cardinals game. They gave up. Everybody gave up. I think they. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What you were saying, Star? My bad.
No, I was just gonna say I think the players gave up, because I think, as Micah said on his little podcast, like, Shanahan had a counter for everything. Yeah. It was like they just couldn't win. No matter what they changed, no matter the adjustments, they just kept getting whooped. So I think they threw in the towel. But what you gonna say, Cole?
I was just saying, it's a good thing that we actually going through this right now. I mean, it's so early in the season. Lord forbid, we would have to deal with struggles late in the season when we're in December. That's when we have to play our best ball. You gotta understand, this offense is still learning the system too. They're still learning. They still trying to find their identity. And a lot of teams are struggling, but they're able to squeeze out a couple of wins, of course. But I mean, you got to think we played, if not the best team in the NFC.
In the NFL.
Week 5. We can really say that. We can really say that. So,
for real though, yeah.
Even though we came out very, very soft, that could be something that we could put in our back pocket, bring into late in the season. Because let's be real, when we gonna make the playoffs, we gonna make the playoffs. We just got to be able to get get ourselves together offensively.
Even Tyler Smith said the same thing you said, Cole. Like, it's good to have this feeling early because even if you do go into another game, you don't want to experience that again. So even he said you want to keep that feeling close to yourself, because when it seems like you're about to face that, you don't want to face that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. But the thing about it is, I agree with him. It's early in the season, but it's also late in the season, because I feel like this is kind of a young team, and we got the Chargers. Then we got a bye. We don't want to come up off this bye with these losses. Then we're under 500, because then it's really going to be in a mental. You know what I mean?
Monday,
we need to get this right now. I know it's early, but we need to get this right now.
Yeah.
We can't be going
every loss now is really messing with our seeding.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, Philly's not that great, but for some reason, I'm like, is the football guys that's really on this team side? Because it's like Philly can't lose. It's like it's so horrible. They cannot lose. They will not lose the game. Like, even though this game they're gonna be out without Jalen Carter, we don't have Darius Slay.
Still gonna win the game.
Y'all are still gonna win the freaking game. For some reason, y'all any game.
They'll fumble the ball and they come back to him.
Right.
They fumble the ball and they come back to him.
How bad Philly look, bro? We saw it last year during the cold. It don't matter how bad they look. They still somehow are winning these games.
Y'all not battle tested, Chris. Y'all not battle tested.
Y'all battle tested. Yeah, and
he said they battle tested.
Yeah, and we don't mean to disregard nobody in the chat. It's just 4 of us up here giving our thoughts. So welcome everybody in the chat. Sorry we can't go by everybody one by one, but we just want to say thank you to everybody that's stopping by and giving us some time on this Friday night. Thank you to everybody coming through.
Hey, I got a question for you, Star.
Yeah.
Do you think? Cause we talked about Dak and him need to run the ball, a little more. Do you think Tony Pollard is not running the way he ran last year? Do you think the injury is playing a part in? Because he doesn't really run to contact.
Yeah, Tony Pollard.
He don't run to contact no more like he did last year.
He's not right. He's lost the one thing that we hung our hat on with Tony Pollard. We say he's so fast and he has that the maneuverability to where he doesn't lose speed.
Right.
We saw it on Sunday when we got that. We finally decided to throw a screenplay. Vintage Tony don't get caught in that play. That's straight to the house. But when we saw him juking, he was out juking guys. He's losing speed, and that's how he ended up getting caught from behind. And I've said that this year. The home run hitting Tony. Remember when Dak went down last year? It was Tony's home run hitting runs that helped us in that Bengals game. That helped us in that Rams game.
The Vikings game.
But it's like that Tony Pollard. And I kept telling people, are y'all sure he's not going to suffer at all from breaking his foot, everybody, or his ankle? No, it was not going to be a problem. They had, doctors coming on there. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem. But we can clearly see, I think it's the injury on top of the load as well.
And I think the scheme too as well, Star. Like I don't see a lot of passes out the backfield to Tony. We see a lot of handoffs.
Like that.
Yeah, with Tony, now with this, as far as scheming him, that's one thing. But when we talk about his running, I'm not talking about touchdown back. I'm talking about Tony Pollard, the runner. I'm not talking about him being a pass catcher. I'm talking about when he ran the way he's running the ball. I think it's too much. The carries that are being put on him is also weighing on his body, right? It's week 5. No one had more. I think now he's been surpassed. Where like by week 4, he was like leading the NFL in carries. Tony Pollard is not that. He is a scat back. He can do his job. And granted, he did prove us wrong. He can carry the ball 20, 25 plus times. But just because he can do that, don't mean that he should. We have other running backs, Rico Dowdle, who continues game after game with the little touches that he's getting, making lemonade out of boo-boo. Like, it should be a negative yard. It should be a negative loss for Rico, but he's getting 5 yards.
They could be, I don't mean control, but they could be holding Rico just back a little bit because he did have a hip injury the last game.
But
they got to kind of manage him at the same
49ers,
time.
Everything is off the freaking table. If we was going to hold Rico back, then just let him sit out.
No, not hold him back, but if he's coming right off the hit, he was even questionable. I don't think he practiced the full load last week, so they still could, because they were managing Tony in practice a couple weeks ago.
When he was on the field, he showed he could do it. So I think you need to split the carry. I think with Deuce, you need to give. What happened to Mike? This is what I'm talking about, Mike. I'm starting to catch you alive because you said, "Oh, I have this whole plan for Deuce. I'm gonna use him just like I did Randall Cobb." Even in the war room, Jerry's looking at Mike like, "You sure this is the pick? You want to do this?" Mike said, "Yes, absolutely, 100% in." We can't even get Deuce on the field, right. And when he do get on the field, where's the creativity for him? Where's Hunter Lipke? We saw Hunter Lipke's North Dakota State film. We're just not going to give him no fullback flare outs. We're just not going to let him run the ball at all. Besides, let's get us this 1 yard. We have the talent, but we're struggling with, once again, can the coaches utilize all the talent can they maximize the talent that they have? And that's where we're suffering from Mike McCarthy's side, but also on the defensive side, because we got some players over there that's balling out. But Dan Quinn wants other guys on the field over them, i.e. Wanye Thomas. So it's just like, Izzy McCramu haven't been active like all year. And this was Dan Quinn's Swiss Army knife in the playoffs last year. I just don't understand what's going on both sides of the ball. Yeah. Of why we need Leighton Vander Esch as an edge rusher. Why?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's just now either. I'm really just, I don't know if they have a different plan for him, or I don't know if we talked about the other day, Star.
Maybe they're going to trade him. Maybe they're trading him. I don't know. But for him,
the deadline is coming up in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? And he's not. I mean, he did have, I think, a slight injury in training camp, but I didn't think it would be anything that hold him out this long.
No, like I don't know what it is with Izzy, but they won't let. And he's on the 53. He's on the 53, but they just keep scratching him. So I just I don't understand what necessarily we're doing on both sides of the ball. But I think we really the coaches have to at some point say, we ain't even talked about Jalen Tolbert over Michael Gallup. I mean, we've got talent, but are you going to allow the talent to play?
Right. And speaking of Izzy, they got Deshaun Wright coming up soon.
The contract out
for his practice window. So maybe they can think about trying to get his trade value up, either him or Izzy.
Maybe. I don't know, but we got to figure it out because I can tell you right now, Izzy and most likely Nashawn is better than Noah Iguanavani.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So far, yeah.
But I guess they trying to prove it because we traded our second round pick, and he was also, maybe they trying to prove that was, I don't know what is going on. Yeah. But I would just for once like to it's not even like, okay, let's completely exit Curse or let's completely take Michael Gallup out of the lineup. No one's saying that. But just give the other players some snaps as well, more than 4. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and go to move on to the Chargers real quick. Well, not real quick. Actually, we got some time. We're gonna actually we talked about Kellen Moore just a little bit earlier, but I just kind of pulled up his numbers for you guys to see it. You know, we were talking about this just slightly off camera before we jumped on here. The Kellen Moore's pass and run attempts. You know, these past 4 weeks before they had the bye week, and in week 5, and we see. And I saw you would mention this on your show last night with Big Game James Star, the amount of points that they scored these past 4 weeks, and you kind of mentioned with your keys to victory about how many points that we kind of had to score in this game, and how you kind of tied it in with, you know, of course, our effectiveness in the red zone. So that's gonna have to be. I think that's gonna be a huge point in this game.
Yeah, we gotta score points in this game because Killen's gonna score points.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the defense, this is one of their games where they about to choke the life out of this offense.
Yeah.
But then they can, because we did hold this offense last year to how many points?
I think what it was the last time we played them. I think we held them.
We played them in
2021.
2021, yeah.
Let me look it up.
We beat them by the running game, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the game they had. Yeah, but that's the game that had that.
Did they have what?
That was. I think that's that close game. Remember they had that controversy call at the end. Remember
we did a walk-off field goal.
Remember? Yeah, that was a good game. And think about it like this: this game is going to be played on the sideline and on the field because Kellen Moore is out to prove y'all did me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think he's going to be trying to put up points.
He's going to be trying to put up a lot of points.
I think we need to put up points.
We held them last year, in 2021 to 17 points. So unless the defense,
this defense
their games where they're going to choke the life out of that offense.
Yeah,
we're going to have to put up. I said 24 plus points.
Yeah,
24.
But
I believe we're going to have one of them games, Star. I believe our defense is going to choke them out.
He practiced against this offense all for years. So he's aware of Michael Parsons. He's aware of D-Law. He's aware of all these guys and their weakness, their strengths. You know what I mean? I think this is a game right here. I could be wrong. I think we need to stop the run so that we can rush. I don't think we should be pass rushing to sack every down on this one. Because this dude is going to have all type of little schemes. Watch what I tell you. He you know, and they have a solid quarterback too. So this not no just and they quarterback likes to go deep.
He likes to scramble as well. Herbert likes to scramble.
They got Herbert. He if you look at his last game versus the Raiders, he had 2 scrambling touchdowns. He had 12 carries. So
to your point, Star, I mean, cut you off, but they're ranked 5th in the red zone touchdown percentage. Chargers.
Yeah. And where does that sound familiar? Where does that sound familiar to? Us last year with Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Let me throw this out. It can be kind of cliche for me to say. We talking about defensive players from the Vikings, the Raiders, The Dolphins. The Dolphins, all right. They had a good game against the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They didn't get. We got speed on our defensive side. If we can come after Herbert. Herbert's not faster than Michael. You know, I believe we can get to him. Like I think that offense, the way they play, favors in our defense. And we talking about Dan Quinn against Kellen Moore.
It for sure favors. Favors. I think with Herbert is. Y'all remember our game versus the Jags last year? How we had a lot of missed sacks because we just. You have to tackle through Herbert because he's a tank of a man. So that's the problem. Like when you just think you're gonna hit him now.
Right.
Grab his jersey. No. It's not
play through the whistle, man. Play through the whistle.
Yeah, you have to go.
I think he's a little banged up right now too.
He is.
They said his finger or something like that. But Dak's finger got hurt last game too, though.
Yeah.
I think they kind of made an extra point though about him doing hand jobs
right now too.
Because of his hand.
Yeah, he's banged up. Now, granted, this is the perfect matchup for our defense. And all they've been doing, see Mickey's guys, Keenan Allen here, they've been spamming. Now, that's how Kellen has changed up. Because Kellen been, when I say spamming Keenan Allen is 32 years old. In one of these games, he had like 240 yards. I was like,
yeah.
Like Kellen spamming.
Yeah, like 20 targets in one of these games. Yeah, man. They're definitely doing
that. But I think in this, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll go after you. What I was saying is, you know how we're talking.
Go ahead.
you know how we were talking about the defense. Their offense plays right into our defense. But remember what I said earlier. Our defense can have a good game, but our whole team have to complement each other. Because the defense can stop Herbert and all that, but then our offense have to put points up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it got to go both ways. You know what I mean? Like, we got to put a whole team together for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And I mean, I wouldn't be shocked as well if Kellen runs it a little bit more here because he does know that our strength is rushing the passer. So if this game is really about winning to him and less about his ego, then I can see Kellen running the ball more than he's ran in these past couple of games. I can see him doing that.
Yeah, and especially with Eckler coming back.
I for sure can see him doing that.
Because he was out the past 2 or 3 games because of his ankle. Yeah, but I mean, he was still running the ball with the other running backs they do have on their squad, and they actually I forget his name. I think his name is I forget his name on their
Palmer, I think, or something like that.
Is it Palmer? Oh no, I think Joshua Kelly. He's kind of like
Joshua Kelly.
Yeah, he's kind of like just in my opinion, like how Turpin is on. I think he had him in the backfield last game, and he had like I think 30 to 40 yard run out of the backfield. So I think we got to watch out. I mean, if they don't use Eckler, we can kind of watch out for his speed as well.
Yeah, I think we just need to be on our. I agree with you with Sports Junkie. You do have to be on your P's and Q's this game. It's all going to come down to Kellen. How you're going to play him is going to come down to Kellen if he's trying to win or if he's trying to win his way. Now, we know with the Dallas Cowboys, Kellen always wanted to win his way. Part of the reason why he's out of here. Kellen don't believe in the run. He said that multiple times last year at the press conferences. Like, he don't believe in it, right? But if he wants to beat this defense, if you look at the film, the best way to beat this defense is to have a run game.
Yeah,
Do you think they have the dogs for that? You think they have the dogs to run on our defense? Like,
no.
Austin Eckler's good, but he ain't he's a good running back, but he ain't known to be like nice of a defense.
Look at the Cardinals, though.
But James Conner is pretty good at running the ball. He always been that guy.
He good, but I mean, he ain't all world. He good, but he's not like I wouldn't say James Conner's like some premier guy.
Yeah.
Like he's good.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler better than James Conner. Like Austin Eckler was leading the NFL in the past like 3 or 4 seasons in touchdowns.
As far as
scrimmage.
Receiving.
Do you guys agree that we play better ahead, right? We all agree on that. We play better ahead.
Yeah.
So I think we come out. We just got Watt. we just got whopped last game. So I think we come out, if we win the toss, we take the ball, go score, and then let our defense lose. I don't think we play that.
Yeah, I'm with that from now on. We win the toss. Yeah, I'm with us getting the ball first.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm with you all the way, Sports Junkie, because that did not work out for us.
Remember last year we kept saying, why are we putting the offense on the field first? Let the defense.
We put the defense out last week.
Said, no, let the defense be on the sideline.
Hey.
Let our
Now, if you're a little skeptical, you go ahead and kick the ball because we don't want to be down 2-3 touchdowns. Then they get the ball after halftime. But if you if you don't told your team that we making a statement and this isn't everybody, this is what we doing. Man, get the ball first, go score, and then make them score. Cause we play good from ahead. All the time, our losses come when we behind.
And that's a great point. That might have to be part of our strategy now. Just trying to get up ahead. Before we used to.
That's what Mike is.
You want to control that.
Mike is at his best
in that first quarter.
Yeah,
and we
that's when Mike is at his best.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. That's when our team's at our best when we ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all the defense got to do is get one stop, and then we go score again. Now we're ahead 10-0 or 14-0. We need to get ahead. That's what I think. As of right now, maybe down the line when we get things more in order, we can kind of, later on in the season. But as of right now, we need to make statements, man. Hey, look, we're going to get the ball. We're going to go score. That's the mentality. We going to go score. Because if you notice, our scripted plays, the first 15 plays, not in the San Francisco game, but every game except that game, our first 15 scripted plays, usually we go right down the field.
Oh, yeah. You're going right down the field.
They did a good job against the Jets because they went straight out there.
Right down the field. No problem. But here's where I'm scared, y'all.
We just get to the red zone and get stopped.
I think that's how we do it against them.
I'm scared.
I think the offense will come out first.
This is what I'm saying, but I'm scared of this because he's talking about as long as we get ahead. We was ahead last year versus the Packers. And we was ahead.
He was our offensive coordinator.
We was two.
We lost because of them in that Packers game.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
So
don't start going empty on 2nd and 2. Going empty on 2nd and 2. That's
but what I'm saying is, like she said, we were ahead, but we got Mike McCarthy, and his thing is to slow the pace down. So if we can get ahead, and then we play in Mike McCarthy's offense, we should be good. See, we would get ahead in Kellen Moore's offense, and then he still wouldn't throw the ball. We up instead of running the clock. You know what I mean?
As he mentioned, the Packers and the Jags game, but that came down to that last minute pick though, because we went to overtime in that game, and
that jump pissed me off, man.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about them games.
Versus the 49ers, remember when we scored with Turpin, we had got it was 7-14.
Yep.
And then the defense gave up a score right back, and I'm just like,
"What's good, boss?
Glad to see you. Glad to see you."
Yeah, but that didn't even really hurt us. Well, it hurt us. Don't get me wrong. But then after halftime, we get the ball back. So at halftime, this is what I'm thinking. At halftime, okay, we down. We get the ball though. We're gonna get the ball. We're gonna come down here and score. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make it a one possession game. Defense gonna get a stop. We're gonna tie this up. Man, we come out, go 3 and out.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we moved the ball. One thing I do disagree with is I do think Mike should have pressed it and went on 4th down when we came this time. It's like, Mike, you already know what type of game this is, brother. Like,
I agree.
You knew
what you had to lose. What you had to lose at that point?
You knew a field goal wasn't gonna cut it.
Right. I don't.
You gotta be aggressive.
I don't know if
it's be a little bit more aggressive. I don't think crazy like Brandon Staley or like the freaking Lions. They go for it.
Right.
But you know, Mike McCarthy was going for it a lot last year.
Yeah, but it's like
he was very aggressive.
We become kind of conservative, but I'm not saying be crazy. Like Dan Campbell, he went for like 4th and 8. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
that's way aggressive. But I'm thinking you do have to pick and choose. When we gotta be aggressive a little bit more on 4th down. We cannot be scared. We're just gonna put it off. No, we're not. If we pass the 50, let's go.
And if we're gonna go 3 and out, let's do a pace 3 and out. Because I don't know if they have a stat for this, but Dallas 3 and out is the fastest I done ever seen. I'm talking about. Hey man, it's like 15 seconds that went off the clock, and we already we already about the point. You know what I mean? They
be like a minute in real time. You be like, I just went to get something to drink. Hey, y'all off the field already.
Yo, I tell you no lie, like we do have to slow. We do need to. I don't know.
Just chill, chill. You in a hurry to get in the ball back? Just the off defense ain't even got the time to sit down and get Gatorade. They put their helmet down and put it back on.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's true. We do gotta slow it down.
Chill.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
I said weeks ago when I was on with Mikey that I think Dak is at his best when we get the play in and we get everybody to the line of scrimmage and he has time to look over.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That don't mean you gotta get.
That was versus the Pats. That was Tony Romo.
Oh yeah, the Patriots game. Yeah, Patriots.
When Tony Romo, he was like, "You see how fast Mike getting these plays in? That is true. We are when Dak can go tempo and that's like boom."
Yeah,
but you don't have to snap the ball though. It's just the plays in. Everybody's lined up. Now Dak can sense TD in motion. He can see where the zone or man. Yeah. He has time to know.
We were barely doing any kind of motion in the 49ers game.
And Dak did say he said that was our identity going up tempo. So I'm like, why did we go up tempo versus them boys? We was going up. We was like, hell no, we go boom. Run, okay. Next call. Boom.
That's when he's at his best. Dak is at his best. You know what I'm saying? Give Dak the play and let him run. This they said because when I heard before in training camp, they said this is Dak's offense. I heard the receivers say that. CeeDee Lamb. So allow this man to run his offense. You send the play in and allow him to check and let Dak be him. You know what I'm saying? Because even in one of the preseason games when Dak didn't play, he was calling the plays.
The Raiders. Yeah,
he had Will Grill looking like Will Mahomes. Will Grill with sidearms. I was like, dang. And that's crazy because
I was wondering why he didn't take over, some of the play calling even in last week's game. Like be a little bit more power.
Bro, but Dak had Will looking great. Like Dak knows that. I just want them to just really give Dak the full range, bro. Like this offense is yours. We going down.
We really handicapping them.
Just let him run this offense, bro. Because I guarantee you, if we did, we like, we really winning. Dak really lighting it up. Like let him do that.
Yes, let him do his thing. Yes.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna talk about the defense for the Chargers. Because I've been hearing a lot of course, we heard during the week that the Chargers and they've actually allowed the most yards total. Yeah, I think they're ranked 32nd and ranked 31st in total pass yards. So I think we might hopefully be able to find weakness on this team and hopefully start to at the same time kind of find their weakness, but at the same time kind of start to open up our passing game.
That's true. But Mike McCarthy said we have to play to their weaknesses though. What'd you say?
What are you saying?
We have to play to their weaknesses. Go ahead, Star.
I was going to say, Mike McCarthy did say today that we are in attack mode. All Mike McCarthy needs to do is Mike.
Yeah.
Play to the matchups. When you see something working, exploit it till they stop it like all the other offensive coordinators do. I don't know. It's easy. Like, we had plenty of plays. We had things that didn't work in the 49ers game, but we had things that worked. When you saw it work, I'm going to keep exploiting this. Okay, they're stopping it now. Okay, go to something else that we saw that worked. It's really that simple. I said, are we still struggling from this no identity offense where we just want to run a bunch of plays? Because we can't do that. We have to be able to run plays. Right. We got to be able to run plays multiple times, set people up, set them up where you think it's this. Oh, now this is a counter off of this play. We have to be able to do that. Mike
we were doing that in the Giants game.
Yeah. Mike said we was going to play matchup football. It's all about matchups. Yeah, we got to see the matchups. Attack the matchups. Right? That's it. Attack the matchups.
You can run the same play out of different formations. Make the defense guess what you're doing. They see you line up. Oh, yeah, this coming right here. You know what I mean? Like run different formations. You know CD going to be on the left side for this play. Start him on the right. And then run him to the left.
Around.
You know what I'm saying?
Around constantly.
Right.
Move around. Move our guys around. Let's get this offense not being so stale and stagnant.
You know what I know? You know what we're gonna find out this game? We're gonna find out if Mike McCarthy is full of, or he just talking.
Right.
Because I've been watching. They've said He been locked away. He took the game personal. He been 20 hours at the start. He been studying and all this. Now if you do all that and then you come out Sunday or Monday,
he gonna get it, bro.
Yeah,
I don't see no difference. Hey man, hey, you better be some.
They'll strip him from his play calling.
Because I know y'all been saying it, right? They say he been ducked away 20 hours. He just studying.
He told everybody not to go home. He told everybody stay in the facility and all that.
So you did all that, and then you came out and did that. Hey man, come here. We need to talk.
Right.
This gonna tell us a lot. Because
it's gonna tell us a lot about both sides of the ball.
Right. Like Mike, you just put that. You just put that defense up there. It says allows averages 104 yards rushing. Allow. So that means the opposite team that's what they're allowing. Now, Mike McCarthy and them see this just like I'm seeing this. Now you know good and well this is what they allow. You supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you supposed to at least try to.
Yeah, Cole's mentioned that earlier about the run game the last time we got him.
Yeah, one thing about AFC West, bro, they can't stop the run because every AFC West team has built themselves to stop Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So they don't stop the run over there. It's Pass City over there. You can run the ball. You can run the ball down the Chiefs' throat. You can run the ball down the Chargers' throat. The question is, are you going to do it? Also, we have pointed out, but Tony Pollard's ball carrier vision is an issue. It's not the biggest issue on our offense.
He fumbled that ball.
But it's an issue because there were several times like, Tony, just follow your blocks here, and you probably could got us a touchdown.
Yeah.
So that's why you also can just say, okay, anybody can do it. Okay, but with a running back, it's really imperative that they have good ball carrier vision because we can create the holes and we can set up the blocks. But if they don't know how to follow their blocks,
you
think we should get Rico Dowdle
following his blocks though?
Ball more. Rico Dowdle.
I think so.
You said
what?
What'd you ask?
Y'all think we should get? You think Rico Dowdle should run more?
Oh yeah,
he's been getting a little bit more burst than Pollard lately.
Yeah, I think Rico needs more touch. I'm not saying let's not make Tony.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Yeah.
No, Tony should still get the. He should get the most catches. Touches. Yeah. But we need to get Rico. I think about 10 carries a game. That's not bad.
Yeah, I want to see Rico on any kind of special teams or returns or nothing like that. Put Deuce back there. If y'all really trying to get Deuce on the field, to kind of get maybe his legs underneath him because, like I mentioned earlier, he's not really getting much of the line of scrimmage. So I just rather see him doing the returns and then seeing Rico back there instead of Deuce.
Do you think the NFL, not with just Tony Pollard, but him in particular, do you think the NFL as a whole is having a effect on the running backs because they don't like to pay the running backs and then you mess around and get hurt because Tony Pollard already suffered a career-ending injury. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure as a human he got to be thinking of that. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? So do you think that plays a factor in the way he runs?
We paid Tony $11 million this year.
Right. And Taylor
$1 billion, but
but that's it for him because he not gonna get that next year. So what do you think is good for him? 10, 15 carries, 10. How many carries?
I would say you can give Tony 15 to 20. I think that 20 is probably the max.
At 20, yeah. I wouldn't be
15 to 20 is good, or just say 15 to 20 touches is good.
Yeah.
So you can give him so many carries, but also get him in the backfield. We need to run screens more with him and Rico. Him and Rico kill screens. Like give them screens, bro. Like
because I'm with Rico getting 10 to 15. If Pollard is getting 15 to 20, I'm with Rico getting 10 to 15.
Rico a very powerful runner.
Or even 10 and maybe maybe 3 to 5.
NFL screens though. NFL screens, because I swear Dallas be coming out. I could tell you before they about to run out, they about to screen right here. As soon as they line up, hey, man, disguise it or
screens work this year with Kellen Moore. Them shits didn't work, but the screens work this year. Run the screens, just how we run them. I don't care how we run them, but freaking run them. Because Rico got a touchdown off a screen. Tony Pollard got that huge gain off a screen. Run the screens, Mike. Where's the end around?
Yeah.
The end around with Turpin and Brandon Cooks. Run the mic.
Yeah. So what y'all think about them playing zone? You think they're gonna play zone against us, or because 49ers played the hell out of some man on it, and they got it. So what y'all think about them?
They may try to do a little zone.
They may try to do a little but they probably gonna stay in zone. I mean,
depends.
you can try to be what you're not, just like the Eagles did, and they got their ass tore up last year.
Right.
It don't work for their team.
Guys, it's like that's not y'all, bro. Just stay in
Right.
your
Right.
All right,
If they get in a-
Go ahead. What you say?
If they get in the zone, see the Chargers don't have the front four like the 49ers do. And one thing about Dak, I will give him credit for. If you give him time, he gonna pick you apart. You get in that zone if you want to, and you give this man time to sit back there and because right now Dallas is on this 1-2 get the ball out, and I don't think Dak is processing it. He needs to be able to look around and see where he want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because Dak is, and another thing against the blitz, he's real good. So I think if you give him time and you get in that zone, he gonna pick you apart. Because I don't think they can get to us the way 49ers. They don't have a Bosa or you know what I mean? I don't think they can.
They don't got the line there.
They got Joey over there. Joe, they now let's not be. They got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa.
Man.
That's just a name. He's a name. That's just a name.
Hey, Khalil Mack got 6 sacks. Now, granted, that was against the Raiders.
I'm not worried about no good.
Me neither.
He probably might have. He might cause a little havoc, but we can. Yeah. He ain't no Fred Warner.
You're right. They're not as good as their front is definitely not as good as the 49ers.
Exactly. So Dak should have a good time.
49ers. Hey, we got PTSD from the 49ers. We looking at everything.
Dak should have time for sure. That's why another reason why we need to allow Dak to read the field, because he had a lot of clean pockets in that. Yeah. And if you put 2021, 2022 Dak, he would have tore them 49ers up all that time he had.
Yeah.
I just go get that lit up, but he rush and throw. You're not reading the whole field. That's why Dak looked like, dang, he looked terrible out there. But anyway,
you need to read that.
Right. Yeah. It seems like Dak is going to one read until he's going.
Yeah, that's what
he needs to draw his progressions. He needs to look CD.
That's what he's doing right now. We can't have that from Dak.
That's what I said. I think he's doing one read and out. You know what I mean? Like I think he's doing the first. Because a lot of them play. Because if I was CD, man, I'd kind of be frustrated too, bro. You went over there, bro. I was wide open. You know what I mean? You didn't look over here. You didn't see me wide open, man. I was wide open, man.
His first read need to be at CD. Let me tell you. You know, he needs to be
I think at those points, I think at that point in the game, I think each time Dak was going to the line, he just had one guy he was focused on going to. Like you said, because he went right to Gallup before the interception. He went right to Gallup. He didn't look nowhere else but Gallup.
But I think he's being told that though. That's what I'm saying. I think he's being told
that's the progression, and so it's the progression. So like when he's doing, what's the name? That Chase Daniel guy broke that down too. He said he made the right read to Gallup. Like he in the progression, he's supposed to go to Gallup there. Like Gallup just didn't catch the ball. So, but I think you also have to, it's some stuff that you can say, okay, have Dak just read this half of the field, but you can't have Dak doing that all game.
Right.
Because, I mean, even I watch, Mahomes does that sometimes, where it's like, okay, it's a slant, he looking right at it. I watched Mahomes literally stare down Kelsey, just looking at Kelsey the whole time, waiting on him to get open. Like, you can have it where your quarterback does that sometimes, but the whole game, he just looking at one side of the field, you can't have that. You're literally handicapped.
Right. I was in Star and Mikey. I was in you guys' chat the other day, man, when you guys went live. So I couldn't wait to get on here because I want to ask you guys something. Now, CD is our number one receiver, right? We're just talking about how we should go to him more. I think, like Cole just said, he should be the number one read. We should go into the game saying CD gonna get 15 attempts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we need to have a game plan around him, and then as he get on, we ditch off and get everybody else. I think he should be a priority. Like, that's our number one receiver. He's our best receiver, right? So I think we should make him like a priority. Like Cole just said, he should be the first read. You know what I mean? If he's not open, then we venture off somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because he is our best person on the team. You know what I mean? I think he should be a priority. Yeah, he's not a priority. We go into the game, we just gonna say this is the offense we're gonna run. We're gonna play this. No, I think it should be like, listen, we getting CD the ball, and if we don't give him the ball, we sure gonna try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And Dak should go to CD like, look, bro, I'm coming to you, bro. I need you to go get it. You know what I mean? I need you to go get it, bro.
I agree with that. I think you definitely have to make CD a focal point in the offense.
Yeah.
Mike said it. He's a premier. That's what he calls our guys that are like our playmakers. He's a premier player. So you definitely have to make him a focus in the offense. Yeah. And then everybody else eats off of him, right? Yeah. And for the past 2 games, we've kind of gotten away from that. Because we know we can do it. I mean, he tore up the Jets defense. He had like 140 yards. So we know we can keep up the plays for him. We know we can get CD the ball. You know, it's just the fact of, man, the Patriots game, maybe it's just so much more so just how we were already blowing the team out. We're just playing the long game now. We're not really trying to make big plays at this point. I mean, we were sitting the starters at the top of the 4th quarter. So you also have to think about that when you say, oh, CD only got this many targets. Well, we only played 3 quarters.
Yeah, that's true.
And we was up most of the game. So
it didn't matter.
What'd you say?
I said it didn't even matter at that point.
Right, it didn't even matter. But you know, we definitely did CD a disservice versus the 49ers. There's no question.
Yeah,
we did do a disservice. So
I
definitely know that. Dax knows that. So
we'll be ready for them next time.
They should be ready. Yeah, get him going. You got to get CD going first, and then let everybody else get going.
Yes, because this is not because you remember a couple. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Question.
No, you remember a couple years ago, Jerry tried that already. Remember he said we're gonna be. I think it was right after they let Dez go. We're gonna be a wide receiver by committee. This ain't where we at now. We have a number 1 receiver. You know what I mean? And we need to use him as such. You know what I mean? If you look at these other teams, you know what I mean? They go to their number 1 receiver. He's a big part of the game. Even on defense, if your best player, you scheme around him. You know what I mean? I think that's how we should do it. And I think we have the talent. I think we have the talent. I don't think there's no team in the league that's just that far ahead of us. You know what I mean? I think it comes down to
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. It's all about just putting it all together.
It's scheming. It's scheming. Because I honestly believe, and I could be all the way wrong, and it's hindsight or whatever. I honestly believe if you take the 49er game, if you take Shanahan and drop him on Dallas beat the 49ers.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like the scheme, like
it's a scheme.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a scheme.
We agree.
You have to scheme.
Yeah. So if we agree to that, that means it's on the coaching side. So what you need to do is work on something, man, and get your players in position. It's almost like the NBA. You know how the NBA has went to like positionless basketball? That's kind of how the 49ers play. They got Debo, you put him in the backfield, they put him in the receiver, They got Christian McCaffrey, they put him over the receiver in the backfield. Bro, they use their players to put them in talent. You know what I mean? Like Tony Pollard, get him the ball in space. Turpin, you see how he got the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like put your players in position to be great.
He went emotional. He was emotional before he caught the touchdown.
Right, and that's what we thought we were gonna do. We were gonna have with Mike.
Yeah.
So you know, Mike, you just got to be consistent. Mike is obviously taking his lumps. He hasn't called plays since 2017.
Yeah.
So, because he gave it up in 2018. So, Mike just really has to. It's just going to take some consistency. You got to do the growing thing.
I think Mike. He need to just worry about the Cowboys because just like we hear the noise, Mike hear the noise too. Everybody say Mike didn't win that Super Bowl. You had Aaron Rodgers, so now I feel like he over here. He want to make a statement like that wasn't just Aaron Rodgers, it's me. You know that's why I want Kellen Moore gone. Let me take over the play calling. But even though Kellen Moore gone, you can still implement some of his tactics. You know what I mean?
But he was supposed to take like 10%.
Yeah, you supposed to take away every.
Yeah. Well, he told us it was still some of that. I I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
But I'm,
Right. Well, we saw it on Sunday. We saw Kellen's offense on Sunday. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying, y'all. And I think honestly, if the Cowboys had stuck to the game plan that we've had weeks 1 through 4, we beat the 49ers. I don't know why they went in with that game plan that they had. I don't know if that was Dak's idea where he thought, okay, it was good. It was just the option route. I don't know what the deal was.
I think Mike got scared with the play calling. You know, they saw that was down, and they automatically started throwing.
But aggravated me the most about
that's the issue with throwing though, because we've been throwing early on downs. Like that's not really. I don't perceive that as the issue. We did get away from the run, but I think you throwing early on first downs and stuff like that. I don't think that's that big of an issue because that's the type of stuff through weeks 1 through 4 we was able to move the ball. Like,
what I'm saying is that we went to Tony like one time, and after that we were just throwing incomplete pass, and going for short yards.
That's true, and I think
it's like third and long, and they convert.
Schottenheimer, that's true. Schottenheimer said him and Mike and Dak, they wanted to get a spark play. They wanted to get a spark. They was tired. They was like, all right, F this. We need a spark play to get us into the groove, but it just never came. That big play where you like, yes, we got 20, 30 yards. We got it.
It never came.
They should have controlled time position.
Do you think? Because I asked, do you think Mike McCarthy is handcuffing Dak? Now let's flip that. Do you think Dak is handcuffing Mike McCarthy because he won't run, or because he's not? He won't. Could it be the other way around? Because Dak is not. I'm looking at Dak. I think that injury did kind of slow him down a little bit, which is, I guess, normal. Because Dak looks slow, man. It seems like he don't have no like. As soon as they own him, they own him. You know, like it seems like I'm not gonna say
that he has no will to run. I mean, because we've seen in the first few weeks, in some situations, in some third and longs, where we've seen Dak run and convert those first downs. So I'm not gonna say he's scared to run, but I think I think that game right there is just not an outlier, but we played bad. My second half was pretty much over, but I just think I don't think Dak is afraid to run. I just think in certain situations in that game he was rushed. I mean that defensive line is fast, like we discussed earlier. So I just think he was just kind of sped up because we've seen Dak run in earlier games.
Right. Now, let me ask you a question though. I don't think he's scared. I don't think he's scared to run. Let me ask you this: the Dak in 2023, is that the same Dak that played in that playoff game against Seattle when he ran to the goal line, did the flip? Does Dak still have that dog in him? Like that? You grow as you play football, as you play the sport. You get older, you don't take those chances as much anymore.
That's true, and that's also before Dak got paid. But I think Dak still has that in him. Dak still has that in him, but I think he's just more selective of when he runs and when he doesn't. But obviously, we saw him just in the Cardinals game. Dak literally scrambled for a first down, juked the guy out. Like Dak still has the ability. He still has the ability to run. He's more selective when he's going to run and when he's going to go do that. I do think Dak has to have the mentality, though, that's like that. When you know your wide receiver's not having a good day, for instance, supporting not. But remember what I said. You can't really. There was really no running lanes with this 49ers defense. The greatest improviser, Patrick Mahomes, was not running for first downs versus this 49ers defense. It's just something that don't really happen. You're not just at the QB scramble on these guys. They're too fast.
They ready at that next level.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, you got to scheme. If you want to beat the 49ers, bro, you better make sure you got a foolproof scheme. Because if you don't, it's going to be a long freaking night. Now, granted, there are throws you have to make. Patrick Mahomes did make some throws, right? You got to be able to make some throws. But you also have to scheme and make it easier on your quarterback versus that defense. One of Patrick Mahomes' touchdowns to Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't know if it was a busted coverage or what. Juju was wide. It was nobody in vicinity of him. Patrick Mahomes threw it to him. Juju got
Mahomes doing them no look, moving the safety with his eyes type of crap.
Yeah,
you do a little bit more of that because he don't do that all the time.
You have to be able to scheme. Now, as far as athletic ability, he still got it, but it's just selective. Now, sometimes there are wide open holes where it's like, Dak, you can just run there, For instance, I think even that touchdown to Shoemaker, that was a perfect pass. That was a perfect pass. But if you watch at the film, I mean, Dak could have just ran and scrambled it, but I think Dak also, he's trying to, what I see from Dak is he be trying to get his guys going.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to get his guys confident. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I could run, but why run when I know I trust my arm, I trust my guys to catch this ball. The problem is sometimes they catch it.
They ain't doing.
Sometimes they don't.
Right, exactly. Now I feel you on that. And just closing out the defense on the Chargers side, you know, they got some more pieces over there, but like I mentioned earlier, with them allowing pass yards, Michael Davis over there, DB over there, he looks like a key witness in the pass game. They say he's allowed, you know, when he's targeted, the passer rating for the quarterback is 138.8 allowed. So I think he's going to be. I think I was watching a Sky show earlier. They're saying that he's either going to be lined up against Gallup or Cooks, you know, at any given time in the game. So we know Cooks is going to be able to burn that. So hopefully we'll be able to get, you know, one of these guys open on, you know, on some of these deep routes. Yeah. And as you mentioned earlier, Star, I wanted to hop. I'm actually kind of remembering it because you brought it up earlier about big plays. For the Chargers, I haven't mentioned earlier in the show that Keenan Allen is actually ranked number 4 in 20 plus yard plays, 20 plus yard receptions this year. So that's like you said, like you mentioned earlier, they were kind of spamming him, but he's also getting those big plays as well, like you mentioned. Yeah, Keenan Allen is killing it. Obviously, he's aged a bit. He don't have the speed no more, but he still has that. Obviously, he has the route running ability. Yeah. I think with Keenan, you know, and I don't know, because I was watching Sky show this morning. He said he likes the matchup between J. Lou and Keenan. Oh, really? Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I like the man. He said he thinks J. Lou's gonna be able to cover him no problem. I was like, oh no. I mean, J. Lou is stepping up. J. Lou stepped up big time in the Niners game.
He could handle.
He's been playing good, but I was like, maybe we should possibly move. I think you give him a chance, but if you see like he getting his ankles broken, then you obviously gonna have to. Dan Quinn will have to make adjustments. But yeah, you know, you can give, and also Keenan is taller, right? Keenan's like 6'3", so that's also a little bit of an issue. Yeah, Keenan's a tall wide receiver. Honestly, all the Chargers wide receivers are pretty tall. Yeah, you got. I think that's like their criteria almost, because they have those big walls. Really big. Yeah, they're big guys. Yeah, but I like the matchup though, because they don't have burners over there, and so I think our corners should be able to handle them pretty well. You know what I'm saying? I think so. Yeah, they should be able to cover. If they don't, I'll be surprised.
So what you gonna be? You man then? You man up then? Is that what you're saying? Or you zone? Because not Gallimore, but
Gilmore.
Yeah, Gilmore. He done. Of course, he done lost a step, because you know what I mean. So I think we should probably play a little zone in that game a little bit to kind of help over there.
I thought the same thing, but then when I was watching the Collier film breakdown, he's like, Gilly don't be struggling. He plays better in man than he plays in zone. It's when he plays in zone and you have him that much off the ball. Yeah, and those wide receivers can do those tricks and nuances. Then they catching all these balls on him. But if you let Gilly get up there in their face, they struggle a little bit more. So I think basically you need to mix it up. One thing I'm fine with zone, but I don't understand why when we're in third and shorts and in second and shorts, Dan Quinn will have the cornerback like 10 feet off the ball. You're making this so easy for them, bro. Like every time, like get up on them, because you're gonna have to make a contest. You're gonna need to make that quarterback make a contested throw. But we be 10 feet off the ball. I'm like, well, how do you expect anybody to be able to cover that? Right.
And then you know what they do when we do that? And then opposite offenses, when they see we off that and they just need a couple yards, what they do, the quarterback can just snap the ball, he throw it right to the receiver. By the time you come up to make the tackle, he come back.
That's how they do. Just throw it right up. Like it's no problem. Shanahan, he gave it to Juszczyk multiple. I knew in those third and short, I said he better throw it to Juszczyk, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
And Curse is chasing him. I'm just like,
True. McCarthy needs to steal some of his plays.
So
Something.
y'all know what's crazy? During Mike McCarthy's hiatus, because y'all know I broke Mike McCarthy all the way down. During Mike McCarthy's hiatus, he literally said like one of the guys that he was really zeroing in on is Shanahan. So I'm like, what happened, Mike?
Yeah,
like,
if you listen to Schottenheimer's press conference, even he was like, yeah, you know, when I was in Seattle, I played them 2 times a year. They don't change anything. They're the same, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, what happened?
Yeah.
It made it seem like they knew what was going on. They're about to do. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Before he came back to the game, he said he'd sit down and study the new updated game, the analytics, and he studied this. I don't know if that was just his sales pitch to Jerry or what, but I don't see none of that. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, it's wild.
We had to update
I don't see it, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because it's like Mike came
you know another thing we don't do that I noticed.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We don't make adjustments during the game. Like I feel like our game plan is the same from first quarter to fourth quarter. We don't make in-game adjustments. Like I feel like we just come out there and we just play, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
we definitely
don't think we make adjustments at all.
You know
time. You know what I mean? Because remember last year Dallas would come out at halftime and it'd be a whole different thing. It'd be a whole different team.
Yeah.
Coming on offense?
The defense did better just than last year, I would say, coming out of halftime.
We come out.
Yeah, the defense did.
Yeah, I'm talking about after halftime, we come out, man. It seems like it's a whole different team.
I'm about to say, well, you wouldn't talk about the offense, we wasn't doing no adjustments that much.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I think, but really, what
I'm talking about as far as a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only game that we really have to go off to say that definitively is this 49ers game, because offensively there was nothing really to adjust versus the Cards. We was down there 5 and 6 times. We could not punch it in.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing to really adjust play calling wise. It's like mental blunder, CD not going for the ball, and it's like what's going on down here now with this 49ers game. I definitely don't think any adjustments were made. Coming into halftime, because they scored 2 or 3 touchdowns in the first half, and they scored 2 to 3 touchdowns in the second.
Yeah.
So they were definitely.
It was 3 touchdowns in each half. Star, you're right about that. 3 touchdowns each half. Yeah,
and we need to send them some thank you cards because they could have made us look dirty, like because they took their starters. They showed us mercy.
They tried to make it show us. We should have more points. Shanahan was like, yeah, I thought we had more points than this. Oh,
he said that in halftime. He said, man, that pissed me off. You know what? Mike McCarthy, dude, bruh, you need to do a better job getting your team prepared, because what Shanahan did, he played like videos of the rivalry to his team. He even showed the team like clips of DeMarcus Lawrence out there talking about they the best defense in the NFL, like talking. Mike McCarthy,
but you know what's crazy is we've been talking too much all season. The defense we've been talking since the off season. You talking too much. Just let your play prove it. Now the offense to me haven't been talking like the defense. But the defense, Micah, DeMarcus Lawrence, first.
Who we play this week? Who we play? Come on, dog, stop it.
I be wanting him to say
running, bro. They mouth don't stop running. But I bet you that 49ers loss get them to shut their
they be quiet. They be quiet now. Yeah. They be quiet.
Yeah. And Dallas have to understand that these other players, these dudes are men. They have pride too. Right. They see they had a good game, but they don't talk about their game. They talk about Dallas all day on TV. Dallas get everybody best. Everybody want to beat Dallas. So you need to go in there with that mentality, and it's just going to be a game. Just because you're better than them don't mean. It's been a lot of Super Bowls I've seen that the best team didn't win a game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you have to go in there and just and win the game on the field, not in the media and all this other stuff, man. You know what I mean? I know it's a new era and it's social media and all that, but if I was the owner, man, y'all, all that. Hey, man, go. Y'all want to do that? Go. You're gonna be somewhere else, man. Because we ain't won nothing. Go win something and then do your podcast. Draymond Green. He got championships. He does his podcast. Michael, you ain't won nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Like, go win and then go do your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Or
I know
whatever,
it's okay.
Like,
What the thing that I play? It really comes down to what Dion said. Either you a dog or you not. Because let me tell you, the Cowboys been in the limelight. They've been in the limelight. Like, they've been in the commercials, the playmaker. We know everybody. They've been them dudes. But if you're going to be, it's like the players now, you get blinded by the limelight. Yeah. And you have won nothing.
Right.
Like, you haven't won anything. Micah's like too worried now about his brand. Yeah. And about what's better for the whole team. I bring it up. I said, whose idea was it to have him go against Trent Williams the whole game? I think
he probably wanted to do that.
Right. Michael wants to prove I can go against the best. I've been training with Andrew Whitworth. I've been doing this, so I need to go against Trent. That's what I need to do. I need to show I can beat Trent. Well, you got in 6 meters with Trent. He done gave up two. Trent done gave up 2 pressures against Micah. Like, stop it, bro.
Yeah, that made me mad when I seen him lined up against Trent, because I'm like, bro, the right all week, the right side of that offensive line was their weakness. Like, why we didn't attack there? We out here over here.
It's Mike and his ego, bro. He wanted this. But I'm like, bro, you think Lawrence Taylor and them, like, you think they got all their sacks by going up against the absolute best game?
They played smart and went to the weak side.
They got like 50 on that right tackle over there. Like, what are you doing?
Right. I think sometimes Michael forget. He a linebacker, man. If you put Michael Parsons and put him next to Bosa, man, it's a major difference, man. These dudes is big, like, you know what I mean?
Linebacker, exactly.
Yeah, you're good. You're good because you're talented. You're fast. I think you run like a 4.39 or something like that. You're fast. You're athletic. That's what makes you good.
Right.
Your size and strength is not what make you good, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you're going against these 300 pounds. They just gonna grab you. You're not. Your name is not Michael Parsons to them.
And he's being double teamed and triple teamed. So you're not going against that one dude.
My thing is
Kyle Juszczyk, bro. Like,
they let Kyle Juszczyk. But I blame Dan Quinn too. Dan Quinn be getting way too cute and he's trying stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Dan Quinn with these, I see these packages.
He trying different things.
Like, what have you seen?
He did the same thing last season.
Like, what?
Have you seen Micah Parsons close out speed or close in speed? It's fast. He closed the gap fast. So sometimes he can still rush the passer, but rush it from the linebacker position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know what's coming.
Linebacker, bro. I'm tired of him just being on the edge.
You don't know where he's coming. You know what I mean? You don't know where he's coming.
It's a waste of his talent to just have him on that edge all game.
Yeah.
All game long. Like, that's Dan Quinn too.
Yeah.
Like,
Marty. Remember how they use?
Dan Quinn want to be a guru, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, he want to be a defensive guru, and he wants to be able to develop these packages. And he wants people to start copying off of him so that he can be like a Bill Belichick or a Big Ben Fangio. That's what he wants, bro. He wants to be a defensive guru. At this point, it's no other explanation.
He has the resume though to prove it. Only way he ain't proved it at is in Dallas. He was in Seattle. Look what they did. He went to Atlanta.
Seattle. He had Hall of Famers, and he didn't do all these exotic packages, and Dan Quinn was not doing that over there, bro. He was a cover 3 team, bro.
Right. He was there. That's all. You know, he was there. He went to Atlanta. They lost in the Super Bowl, but they
But
went.
He also all them exotic packages. He also wasn't doing over in Atlanta. Dan Quinn is trying to be innovative, and I get it. Like, you can do your packages sometimes. You can do them sometimes, but when you see, okay, this isn't working. So many times last year we said big runs are giving up because Dan Quinn you're stunting your DTs out at the goal line.
Right.
Why? It don't make sense. Like, I get it. You can have these cool packages, but to it's like, where's the situational awareness? And when you see they're not working, where's the adjustment? Say, all right, my package not working tonight. Let's just go to this. Dan Quinn don't care, bro. He gonna he's stubborn, bro. I don't like Keller, bro. He's stubborn.
Yeah, I think Dallas need to. Go ahead. I think they need to just settle down and let the game and the sacks come to them. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to force it, just settle down. And if we get sacked, let it come to us instead of your main. I'm trying to get sacked. Just chill. It's gonna come.
Man, play the game. You know, play the game. That's all his mind. And that would make me. He's focused on the sacks. That's what. Especially with it goes back to that question they asked about the running game. I don't know. I just play it. Man, bro. You need to be stopping this run, bro, because they running at you. They running at you.
And they say they don't focus on sacks. Like, you know, we got to win on first and take it down. But y'all are still, and you can tell by the packages, y'all are still sack focused.
Yeah. Right. This game is definitely gonna be a sack game. They need to go out there.
They're not going to do for Keller start running on them and embarrass us. Like, I don't want to get embarrassed, bro. Like,
I think Keller Moore not gonna stick to the run. He has a problem with the run game. Especially if we hop on him. He gonna be like, well, he gonna find an excuse. He gonna be, well, he ain't on the ball.
He's throwing Herbert arm off, bro.
I ain't never seen no 44 times? 44, bro. I ain't never seen that.
That was in the first game. That was against the Titans. They lost that game.
48 pass attempts. I'm like, bro, I know Herbert icing that shoulder every week. I know he icing that joint every week.
Yeah. And the thing is with Keller, it's not short, bro. It's not like you said, Keenan Allen leading the league in 20. It ain't short stuff.
Right.
He's not telling. I mean, he got Justin Herbert launching the ball just 45 times, launching it. It's like, man, like,
long coverage.
Long development.
Hey, it's prime time too. Trying to make a statement.
Yeah.
It's like if
he run the ball a lot on us, I'm gonna be shocked.
Damone Clark said, listen, the only way we get this taste out of our mouth is by kicking somebody else's ass. So I hope we can beat the dog crap out of the Chargers. I really do though. I really do.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to light it up scoreboard, hold him to 0, but I won't. 0 and a 40 burger. That's what I would like.
We usually blow out teams after a bad loss. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We've been doing it. We've been doing it a lot.
I'm in my McCarthy. I'm being just like McDaniel did over there to the Broncos. It's unrelentless, and then I'll put up 80 points against y'all.
Going into the bye week, especially.
That'll be perfect.
Unrelentless.
Get them all
prime time too.
I said no. We're gonna stay on that field.
We'll get our pride back.
The last game of the week.
We'll get our pride back.
It's prime time. The world watching, man. You know what I'm saying? The world watching.
So, you know, it's funny. A lot of people are downing us because of how we lost against the 49ers. But the biggest question is maybe the 49ers is just that good. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been blowing a lot of teams out there. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's just how it is. You know,
that real 5-0, not that fake 5-0, but that
yeah. Hey, I already said.
Real 5-0.
They in my chat. I already said that the 49ers better than the Eagles.
I think likely they are the best team in the NFL.
In the league.
I believe they number one.
I think there's any team in the AFC that's on par with them.
Nah.
Personnel wise, play call, no.
Yeah, because even Miami got shown. You know what I'm saying? Even they've been held back some points.
That's true. Miami, we thought Miami was it, and then the Bills demolished them because Josh Allen was doing Josh Allen stuff. Well, you know,
right?
Josh Allen lost to the Jets. 3 interceptions.
And the Jags.
In the Jags. Yep.
He had games where he was terrible, but then he have games where he looks like he's just damn near unstoppable.
Right. You wouldn't know the Bills had the same record as the Cowboys. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah, because they just got beat by the Jets in London.
Yep. Yeah, the Cowboys is not as bad as the 49ers made us look.
Yeah,
we're not as bad as they made us look. You know what I mean? And then, like I said earlier,
you're right.
That game, the points didn't tell the story.
I'm about to talk about shit. Hey, Thay. Y'all won't even make it to the red zone to be a factor of us. How about that? I'm throwing that out. He a Chargers fan. He a Chargers. We got
as of week 5, I think we're ranked 28th in red zone. Do y'all know who ranked 27th? Eagles.
Eagles are. They having just as much red zone problems than us. But yeah, think about
my guy, man. Side, bro. They have not been playing good, bro. They just been pulling out games out of their ass. I don't know how they do it, bro.
Right.
Nah, he been getting lucky. He been getting lucky, man. I seen that Minnesota game. Jefferson, he loses the ball right there over there, and all the fumbles. Yeah, hey, they've been beating teams. Yeah, they ain't been beating teams. Teams been losing.
Right, the Bucs can score touchdowns all of a sudden.
Yeah, Washington had them down. I was like, man, dude, oh my goodness, bro.
All right, so one last topic. We're gonna go name out one thing we're looking for in this Chargers game coming up. One thing I'm looking for is I want to see just some more chemistry for our offensive line. We finally got our guys back last game. That was one positive. We saw Tyler Smith as being the mauler that he is out there. Seeing and that's definitely now seeing that. Thank you, Michael Gelkin, for showing that clip. I'll say that's my highlight from the 49ers game. Seeing Tyler Smith throw Fred Warner on his ass, I like that. So thank you, Tyler Smith, for continuing to be that mauler that you are. And I just want to keep seeing our O-line continue to get that chemistry together, seeing both Tyler and Tyron on that left side, just kind of handling that side. Hopefully be able to handle Mac, whatever side he lined up on. We did handle most of the last time. But we don't know if he's going to be playing. But hopefully Steele can have a better game as well. He kind of got beat up, last game. So hopefully our whole O-line as a whole, hopefully Biage can come back strong. We kind of got nicked up the last game. So hopefully our O-line can have some chemistry. What about you, Star?
I'm looking for... I think what I'm looking for most in this game really is for us to really start. I want this game to be like the blueprint of our offensive identity. Because I think we've kind of started to develop it like over the past four weeks, but also week 5, I'm going to just say that's an outlier because that didn't look nothing like we were doing the previous 4 weeks. So because I think once we really just nail that down, and if we can actually score as many times as we get in the red zone, we're going to be top of the league in scoring. I mean, we may not be number 1, but we're going to be like top 5.
Yeah.
Like no team is getting to the red zone more than us. We just have to get it down. The players just have to lock it in. And also, I'm looking for Dan Quinn. Please limit the big plays, Dan Quinn. Now, I don't think we should suffer too much because I don't think they're going to be able to get us out of position too much because Kellen Moore offense looks a lot like our offense last year. It's not no crazy like motion and all this stuff where we're going to be getting confused. But I really would like for our defense to really show up. Like, we know they can. Like, our team can blow this team out if they just freaking show up. Like, just show up and play. Like, please play. That's all I
All right, we got to say please now. Then we got to make sure everybody show up, everybody ready.
I believe they will.
Bro, just play. Like, if y'all can play, we can win. We know that. If y'all play, we can win.
Yep. What you got, Cole?
Oh yeah, my what I'm looking for, not the same. It's really gonna be leaning more on the offensive side. Like I want to be able to see Dak and CD make that connection. I want Dak to see CD as his guy. We always talking about we need to feed our playmakers. We don't, it's cool to spread the ball, but CD a guy, man, and he hungry for the ball. And I want CD to go ahead and take the ball. Don't be looking for those flags. You know what I'm saying? Snatch that thing like Dez did. Make some plays. Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. This game. So Brandon Cooks finally get his. So I believe this is a good game.
Yep.
For him to go ahead and do that. I believe.
Sorry, right before Sports Junkie go, another thing I want to see. Sorry, I got 3 things. I think the relationship between Dak and Ferguson have potential to be really, really special.
Yeah.
Ferguson, when Travis Kelce said, when they said, who are some young tight ends that really is else not. He said, I really think Jake Ferguson has potential to be that connection. Every quarterback, they tight end is their best friend. Romo and Whitney, Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey. Lamar over there with Mark Andrews.
Yeah, we mentioned Shannon Sharp earlier.
Shannon's
are important.
I'm saying, I really want to see two connections like Dak and CD, Dak and Ferguson.
Yeah.
I think if he can rely on those two guys, I don't think nothing can stop that connection. But we really Dak has to be able to be in complete sync from the way they show. They talk about how Patrick Mahomes be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey know each other so well.
Exactly.
He's like, from Kelsey's shoulder turn, I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
We have to get that type of chemistry. That's what I'm hoping for. But anyway, go ahead, Sportsman.
All right, yeah, I'll go ahead, but I'm gonna give you one more. Is Tom Brady and Grunt, that tight end? True,
Tom Brady.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you forgot about that one. You know what I mean? I thought you was going there, but you know, I get to you.
That's like the best one.
But what I want to see is yeah. I was waiting on you. I knew it was coming. You know what I mean? But I want to see like a whole team win, like a team on both sides of the ball. Put a game together, complement each other. And at the end of the game, even if we win, I don't want the kicker to get the game ball. Field goals.
I heard that.
It was a game-winning kick.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want 6, 7 field goals. And I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, hey, man, thank you, everybody, for your time. StarGazerSports, Sports Junkie, Coles, Cowboys. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Everybody in the chat that came through tonight, thank you guys for your time. Like I said, on this Friday night, I hope you guys, everybody doing okay. Hope you guys have a good rest of the evening. We'll check you guys next time. Like I said, make sure you guys hit like, share, subscribe on all channels, all platforms, and we'll see you guys next time.
Salute.
Peace.